Here's a quick morning practice that you can do to wake up your whole body, bring a little bit of movement and strength into your day. Of course, this can be done at any time of the day, but it's a great way to start your morning off. For this practice, you might want to have 2 blocks, but they're not necessary, so if you don't have any props, don't worry about it. We're going to get started standing right at the back of the mat. And as you find your stance here, just land the feet about hip width distance so that they feel comfortable, stable, and steady underneath you. Let the feet meet the floor and then press the feet down. Ground into the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and the heel of the foot. Feel that tripod. And take just 2 rounds of breath here. Feeling the breath move down into the belly. Move wide into the sides of the waist. And move towards the back of the ribs as well. Press down into the balls of the feet here and start to lift the heels up off the floor. Lower the heels slowly with control back to the earth and then raise back up onto the balls of the feet here. Keep going with this movement with the heels, lifting up and lowering down and feeling that you're doing that with some sense of control. Going just as high as you can where you feel like there's strength and stability in the feet, and lowering with letting the heels land light. Keep that action going. And this time as you lift the heels, inhale and reach the arms out and up. And as you exhale, let the hands come down, heels come down. And then that's your movement here. Inhaling, rise. And exhaling, lower. See if it's possible to match the lift of the heels with the lift of the arms so everything comes to the top and the bottom at the same time. Just about 3 more here. Land the heels down on the floor. Keep the feet grounded, and this time inhale, just the arms lift. And as you exhale, right hand comes down to the right thigh, left arm reaches up and over, side bending, press into the left foot. Inhale pulls you back, both arms reach. And exhale, leaning over to the left hand meets the thigh. Inhale, reach up with the left arm. Exhale, right hand comes down. This time, let the left hand follow so the palm lands on top of the right hand. And then just fold yourself any amount down here. Press through the feet, take an inhale, come back up, reach to the arms. And exhale, left hand meets the thigh. Right hand follows to land on top and fold yourself in. Soft knees, round the back. Inhale, pull yourself up, both arms reach. And this time, exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the chin to the chest and slowly roll yourself all the way down into a forward fold. Feeling like you could unstack your spine one little piece at a time and bend your knees as much as you need to make that happen. When you meet the end of your forward fold, bend the knees a lot. Let the hands come close or maybe to the floor and feel the length through the back of the neck. Allow your weight to shift a little bit forward and back on the heels. Notice how that changes things. Feel the breath fill into the back of the rib cage. Find a sense of steadiness here as you walk your hands out, coming into a tabletop, feeling the knees meet the floor nice and light. And walk the hands over to the left here, finding a side bend shape. And take an inhale into your cow pose. Tailbone reaches back, heart pulls forward, and press the hands down into the floor and imagine like they're dragging back towards the knees. As you exhale, press the hands into the floor, round the spine, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, and inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Take an inhale, walk the hands through center and over to the right. And 3 times cat-cow here. Pressing the hands down, pulling tailbone back, heart forward. And exhale, root, round in. 2 more. Last one. Take your inhale to walk the hands back to center. Widen the knees just a little bit here and lean the hips back towards the heels like a child's pose. Feel that little stretch to the outer edge of the armpits as you press the hands down and keep the chest just a little bit higher so it stays active. From here, lean the weight forward, bringing shoulders about over your wrists. Pick the right knee up and give it a circle. As the knee comes back down, lean the hips back towards an active child's. Shift forward, right leg again, circles. And then bring it back, child's. One more time, circle that leg. And this time, step that right foot wide outside of the hands. Your choice here, the toes might turn out slightly, the foot might be closer or a little bit further away from the hand. Find a position that feels right. And take 2 cat-cows here. Tailbone back, heart forward. And exhale, round in. Inhale, tailbone back, heart forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, find neutral. Keep the left hand planted, push it down into the floor, and turn the chest open to the right. Right arm reaches towards the ceiling. Find a couple big arm circles here. Noticing the space through the chest as the arm reaches back. Maybe some space through the side of the body as the arm frames the face. We'll find one more circle here. Let that circle bring the hand all the way down to the floor and press both hands down into the ground. Feel a little hug of the front ribs back away from the floor and a little cinch in around the belly, and see if it's possible to lift that right foot up off the floor and sneak it all the way back to your child's pose. Sit the hips back. As you shift forward, this time it's the the left leg making a circle. And then lean the hips back. Shift forward, find a circle. And sit the hips back. Last time here, find your circle and let it bring the foot all the way up and outside of the left hand. Set the foot and the leg in a position that feels right for you. And 2 cat-cows, tailbone back, heart forward. Rounding with the exhale. Find neutral with your next inhale and feel that right hand press down into the floor. Keep it grounded. Turn the chest to the left arm to the ceiling. Find a twist. And then find some big circles with that left arm. Moving through a comfortable range here and noticing the experience as the arm moves in these circles. What positions feel really good and open? And as that hand comes back around this next time, let the left hand meet the floor as well. Push both hands down into the ground, hug the front ribs back. Feel just a little support around the belly as you lift that left foot to hover right over the floor and sneak it all the way back. Child's pose legs and sit the hips back just for a moment here. Let the forehead rest on the floor and sweep the hands back behind you so the palms face up next to your feet. From there, tuck your thumb into your palm, wrap the forefingers around, and then curl the knuckles so that they start to point up towards the ceiling. Feel a little stretch to the back of your wrists. Take one more moment. Release the hands, give the fingers a little bit of a wiggle, and walk the hands forward. Lift the chest, shift the weight forward, shoulders over the wrists, knees about underneath the hips there, and tuck your toes. Press the hands down, press the toes into the floor, and lift the knees just about an inch. Press the hands down and start to lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And you'll likely have to adjust your stance here. So the hands might need to walk a little bit forward, maybe the feet walk a little bit back. Just make those adjustments and then give yourself 2 full breaths here. Some of us meet down dog and we really like to land in stillness. Others might want to pedal the feet or take some little side bends. Maybe the head moves around. Press the hands down into the earth, push the floor away, and let that lift the weight of the pelvis up and off of the ribs there. From here, take an inhale, look forward, and exhale, bend the knees, easy step to the top of the mat. Fingertips slide halfway up the legs, lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Press the feet down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands release. Take just about another breath here, inhale. Exhale. Keep the feet grounded, take an inhale, sit the hips back and down, reach the arms up, and take the hands right to the heart here. Imagine like your sternum's pulling forward towards your thumbs. As the weight sits back and down. Press the heels into the earth and feel the glutes hold you here. Take one more breath. Good, press the feet down, take an inhale, reach out and up. And as you exhale, lift from the back of the heart, bend the elbows and find cactus arms. Inhale, reach up, pull the front ribs back. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips, long spine, fold in. Round as you meet the bottom. Fingers glide halfway up the legs, lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back, high plank. Press the floor away. Hug the front ribs, the belly lightly away from the ground. Feel like you're resisting the gravity that's on your back. And imagine just the tiniest little tilt of the tailbone towards the ceiling. Feeling that natural curve in your spine, and then supporting it with the front body hugging away from the earth. Take one more breath here. Your choice, the knees can stay lifted, or they can drop down to the floor as you bend the elbows and lower all the way to the belly. From the belly, untuck the toes. Press the tops of the feet and the pubic bone down into the floor. Slide your hands back next to your lower ribs. Gather the shoulder blades on the back of the body, press the hands lightly into the floor, and imagine like they're dragging back towards the feet. Let the action of the hands moving back draw the chest forward and through the arms, cobra pose. Exhale, soften back to the ground. Keep the hands and knees down, press the floor away, lift back up, supported plank to downward facing dog. Right leg rises, inhale. And exhale, step that foot forward and through between the hands. Press down into the feet. Keep the left fingertips on a block or on the floor and reach the right arm up and open towards the ceiling. Little twist. Pull the right hip crease back away from your head and lengthen your skull towards the front of the room. Press the ball of the left foot firmly into the floor. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, get more grounded through the feet. Press down. Press down so much that you get light through the left fingertips. And you can flow all the way up and open warrior two. Adjust your feet as needed for your warrior two. Press both feet down into the floor and feel like your feet are hugging in towards each other. Keep that active energy in the legs and flip the front palm. Reverse your warrior. Take a breath into the right side ribs. Everything stays the same. Just switch your feet. Turn the right toes in. Left toes back. Left forearm meets the thigh. Side angle pose. Press the left heel down. Press the outer edge of your right foot down and turn your left side rib cage from underneath you. Good. Take a breath here. As you exhale, windmill the hands. Right heel lifts, right fingertips meet the floor. You're in revolve low lunge, left side. Left arm towards the ceiling, feel your twist. Press the left heel down. Press the ball of the right foot down and reach back through that heel. Draw the outer left hip back. Crown of the head forward and then feel the breath expand through the ribs. Can it move into the back of the body? And then can you start to get so heavy in your feet here that the fingertips can get lighter off the floor? Press down through the feet. Feel the legs support you to rise all the way up and open warrior two, left leg forward this time. Press down into the left foot. Give a little bit of weight into the outer edge of the back foot. And then imagine the two legs hugging in towards each other like you're trying to crumple your mat between your feet. Keep all of that energy in the legs. Flip the front palm and inhale, reverse. Stay for a breath through the left side. Everything stays the same again. Turn the left toes in, right toes forward, side angle. Right forearm meets the thigh and give that thigh a little press down. Feel the shoulder hug in. Move your pelvis forward so it feels like you're going to squeeze your butt a little bit and your pelvis will move towards the direction of your gaze. And then spin the right side rib cage, the left side rib cage back to open through the chest. Take an inhale here. And this time as you exhale, let the hands release and step back, high plank. In your high plank, pause. Press the floor away. Hug the front ribs, the belly back, and feel that natural curve in the spine. Hold it. Support it with the front body. Get longer between the head and the heels and broad across the collarbones. Take an inhale here. Knees or no knees, exhale, bend the elbows and come all the way down to the belly. Good, and this time, walk the forearms out in front of you so that they land Elbows land about underneath the shoulders, just a little bit in front. Spread the fingers. Press the hands down into the floor. Press the tops of the feet and the pubic bone lightly into the ground. Pull the elbows back towards the hips and let that cascade the heart a little bit forward in space. Feel a wrapping across the collarbones, around the outer edges of the shoulder, and all the way to the shoulder blades that gathers them to the spine. Feel length through the back of the neck. And take an inhale here. And as you exhale, come all the way down to the belly. Slide the hands back next to the lower ribs. Find that cobra again by pulling the hands back, drawing the chest forward and through the arms. Exhale, soften back to the floor. Knees down, hands down. Push the floor away. Come back up, supported plank. And all the way down into your child's pose. Take one breath here in your child's. Your arms might reach forward, or maybe you stack the hands and let the forehead stay lifted. Rather, let the forehead rest on the top of your hands. Good. From here, lift the torso. Bring the legs forward in front of you. We'll just end with a simple twist. Right leg crosses over the left. Sit tall through the spine. Keep the left hand on the right shin, and the right hand comes behind. Find a gentle twist through the back. If you like, you can wrap the elbow around the shin. Feel both sit bones heavy on the ground. Feel length through the crown of the head. Unwind your twist. Switch your legs. Left leg crosses over the right. Left foot lands outside the knee there on the floor. Sit tall through the spine. Right hand stays on the shin as the left hand comes behind like a kickstand. You can stay just like this, or maybe the right elbow hooks. Keep the chest and the crown of the head lifted. Both sit bones heavy. Take one or two more rounds of breath here. Unwind this twist. And let's just cross the legs. Walk the hands out in front. And take just a moment in any type of forward fold. Maybe the hands stay on the floor. Maybe the forearms meet the ground. And send one breath into the back of the body. Good. Walk the hands back in. Lift the chest. And let the hands meet at the heart here. Thank you so much for coming out and practicing with me today. Namaste.